Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick Stadium, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. And while some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. So Kent State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Martin. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Golden Flashes want to pick up the tempo. On second down, he'll fire. They're trying to get to it. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. The alignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal fires into traffic.
And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
You just got to be so careful now with footing. Quarterbacks, the ball's going to be slippery. Receivers maybe slipping in and out of breaks. They just weren't on the same page on that last throw. First drive of the game, in the rain, they throw a pick.
Here comes the offense on first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game on offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Don't let him get away with that.
What took you so long?
The offense lining up for a first down play. The back goes in motion. To the air. It's Ewers. He's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast.
He's going for the big play. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have really loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it. You're forcing completions like that.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Paul, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a kick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. You can't have any more turnovers.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Texas offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Right down the middle. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled into throwing into double coverage like that.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Gets away from one. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And this is
is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
The Golden Flashes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long. Now you're set up to fail.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? Maybe a little long for a field goal. Definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, especially once you start to get this deep in territory, but you're also... Field goals aren't 100% this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Let's try to keep this drive alive and try to get extra points.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they've got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
On the run, it's Thomas. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Right back to him on the ground. Still running at the 40. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the Golden Flashes moving quickly to the line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Golden Flashes line it up with a first and goal.
Get in right now, boys.
Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger of throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the pass is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously, it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll try the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, running back in the backfield for a tackle.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Golden Flashes want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Murakowski. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just off.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Throws for the tight end. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Longhorns have it with a first and 10. Off play action. Going deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Let's it fly. Ball in the air. Sent in. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is
extend this lead, David?
And I think you've got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll go with a direct snap. Crosses the 10. He'll work his way down to the 28. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10.
Third down and inches. Everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still execute it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
And they swarm him under. They're facing a third down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's
time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Now they'll run the draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
yeah, no doubt.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
A shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Coming after it. And as he throws, that pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner goes down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Baxter. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's 3rd and more manageable as opposed to 3rd and long. You could tell defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. If you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. inside his own 10. He'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like it's...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. And the golden flashes are in the hurry-up. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Wiatowski. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They've got that 3 in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback. But those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Fires to the big fella.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. They're third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Got guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense.
And he takes it all, and they couldn't stop it. Touchdown, Kent State!
And this offense gets on the board in the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Looking to throw, it's Gubatowski. To the wideout. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
And the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Brian.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion.
Let them complete that.
Fires left. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soothe.
Excellent field position here for the offense. The give to the tailback. Keeps the legs moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Martin. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously, not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot up over the bench and wait for your turn to get a shot.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Trying play action. They're bringing heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
On 3rd and long, you let the throw deep. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd down after that incompletion. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can...
He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Finds his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, the inside give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Golden Flashes look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? They've been aggressive. They've been sitting back. I might sneak a draw.
And the Golden Flashes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to slam in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run.
Touchdown, Golden Flashes! And the punishment has been extended.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game one going exactly how they scripted it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback. But those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Going for the play. Inside the 20 at the 19.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Fires into the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
No, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, right to a football. Could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
Slips through the line. There he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Texas.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up, and this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see what? The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. So his big play capability was on full display, and that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and their number 1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Dropping back, it's Ewers. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able.
Interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The play action fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short throw. He wants to go deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football.
He's going for it. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. A low-line drive and not his best work. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Give as they work on that clock. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches.
Going over the top. And that ball is hit inside the 35. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. To the air, it's Ewers. And the ball is intercepted.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had, plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to win.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Powell, here in the booth for Curb Street. I think we've talked long enough, but let's get this game going. Longhorns will kick this deep to begin the game. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive. So Michigan's offense comes on the field first today. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the line.
To mean stiff arm. He's still going. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. First and 10 play coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
On third and very long, looking to throw. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack. Well, these defensive ends are hard to handle on the edge. That time he comes around the corner and hits the quarterback.
Boy, this defensive end is so talented. He can bull rush you and use his power, or also use his quickness to be able to get around the corner, bend, and then lower in on the quarterback. That's exactly what he's able to do, and I love the way he finished on that sack.
The Texas Longhorns offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. This wide receiver, Kirk, is so dynamic. It puts a lot of pressure on the corners, and frankly, the safeties are going to have to get involved in coverage today, right?
Yeah, the free safety is going to be tempted here to make plays, but this quarterback has a favorite target. He comes up with most of the 50-50 balls. Expect to see plenty of double coverage and help from this free.
And look, he's going to take a shot right away. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
They're going to throw it on third and very long. This one ends safety.
Wait a second. You're backed up inside your own 5-yard line, and you go with an empty set? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It backfires here. I think that's a questionable play call, and it costs you 2 points.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 10. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Texas.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Point after makes the lead 16. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? To throw, it's Orgy. And he's going to float this one to the right side. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
So second down after the incompletion.
Don't let us down!
There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw. We come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Got him. He's sacked.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. There was a one-play touchdown drive in the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. On first down, it's play action. Bringing pressure. That's incomplete even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense is still clicking.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Wolverines offense is back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive?
Let's go!
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the run, it's Edwards. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Important second down play coming up. to the air. It's Orgy. Pass rush closing in. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. That's a sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's got him again. That ferocious pass rush. Back-to-back sacks.
If this team can hold on today and win, this pass rush deserves all the credit in the world. They have gotten after this quarterback so many times. Really, every time the opposing offense does something positive, it feels like a sack just stops any progress.
And the Wolverines will have to kick this away. It's a rough drive for the offense. Punter comes on and booted away. And the ball is away from his own end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Play action here on first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air. It is anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see would anybody come up with it once it was in the air.
And a nice drive going here, but now it's 3rd down and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
What a security blanket for this quarterback. When in doubt, just throw it to the big man and let him go up and make the catch for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
Boys, bring it home. We got this.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's got it inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw one first down. The pocket breaking down. Well, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Defensive ends are tough to slow down for offensive linemen. They have the size, they have the speed, they have the athletic ability, and here the awareness to come up with a sack. Good play.
On the ground, it's Edwards. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. As we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. The Wolverines will line up to kick it away. It's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. Oh, and he's got some space here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Moves the ball to 37 for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking downfield. It's Orgy. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Because we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback. It all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The Wolverines will have to kick it away.
Defensive coaches recruit players all over the country. Height, weight, speed, instincts, all these things are important. But an ability to make a tackle on third down in space is what separates the good defender from the great defender.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage. But I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Back to throw. It's yours. He's going to take another shot right here. Caught near the goal line. He will score. Touchdown, Texas.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Longhorns offense is back on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Off the play fake on first down. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends chip at the line. Anything they can do.
He's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back. It's Orgy. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football. That brings up a third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earhole. You better make some adjustments up front to give him your
And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And the Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On first down, it's play action. Here's the throw deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 15-yard line. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10. The Longhorns looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
That pass rush has trapped them into sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Looking to pass. It's Orgy. The protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, who has it better than you? Nobody. Not after that first half in Ann Arbor. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
The Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep shot, down inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns. To stretch the lead, the route is on. So the offense flexing here and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Extra point try coming now. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turn starts inside the 15. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Oh, here comes the reverse. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They look very aware that these formations and
you cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, it takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here's the punt, high in the air. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Play action here on first down. And looking for a big play here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And the beatdown continues.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver, what I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't build on their lead here. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he fields it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. They're going to run it. Gain of 2 yards, and now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fix on that play.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
Oh, man, this is a tough play for this defense. They have the offense right where they want them on 3rd down. They get the pressure, but they don't account for the quarterback and his ability to scramble and create. Picks up a 1st down to keep this drive alive.
Again, he makes it 2nd and medium. Back to pass. It's Orji. Defense is coming after him. And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
It goes home for a big gain.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 2nd down, they're going to throw it. Behind the line, it's Edwards. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. 8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? So great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And the basketball is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes out. This looks like a pretty obvious call against the defense.
Playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Longhorns. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's got it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it to the right side. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 from up.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have the ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Back to the throw for the 1st down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
He's got it open. Watch out. He's got great speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball and man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball.
There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And the route is on. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Oh, he's missed it. Extra point is no good. Now they get set to kick it away.
Special teams touchdown.
Let's get in good field position, guys.
From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? On the run, it's Edwards. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call.
Holding. Offense.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Orgy. He's running out of time here. They down to sack the defense.
Well, Chris, after another sack, these guys are going to be facing another third down and long situation. Seems like that's been the theme in this football game. They cannot stay on schedule offensively, making it very easy for the defense to get after the quarterback when you know he's in a must-throw situation.
It's a fly to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, your best player is going to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead the defense with...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, incomplete. He nearly threw a pick in the end zone. Second down coming up. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And this one is getting ugly. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up the coverage. Because right now, it is not working.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. And as we wrap up the third quarter, check out the comparison of these big play wide receivers. Both guys have been lighting it up so far today. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. To throw, it's Orgy. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense. A man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he throws his third interception of the day. Look out, he's got some space inside the 10. Look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Off the play fake on first down. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here.
42 Spider. 4-2.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Turn begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense recovers the fumble. Touchdown, Longhorns. And the defense joins the party with a score.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out. It gets them a touchdown.
What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt?
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one out. He makes it into the end zone and 2 more to the lead.
So they decide to run it in on the 2-point conversion, and it turns out to be the right call. Put 2 up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They return it from inside the 10-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. Back to throw. It's Orgy. The freshman's able to get home with a sack. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And the pressure gets to him again.
Oh, man. The offense has got to be careful. They cannot take any more losses because they've already lost their starting quarterback, and now the backup takes a big hit on the sack.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. He's got some open field ahead. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Texas.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Michigan offense back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been
They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
You better be careful with your backup quarterback. You got to protect him better. They've already lost the starting quarterback. They cannot afford another injury.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Finding some room at the 25. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. The Wolverines will have to punt this one away. Now it's a high kick. He hit it straight up. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. On 1st down, it's play action. There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he'll make it into the end zone and increase the lead even more.
Well, that's when you know an offensive coordinator has confidence in his running game. 2-point conversion, no problem. Rely on the back and his vision with that great blocking up front to get you the 2 points.
Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Running out of time in the pocket. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
The offense has got to do a better job of taking care of this quarterback. Remember, their starter is already out of the game. The backup cannot afford to take too many more hits.
Pressure is coming.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. It's a safety.
Well, Chris, just when it looked like it couldn't get any worse for these guys, it goes from being bad to even worse. They seemingly can't do anything right. At least they only have the rest of this quarter. Don't worry, fellas. It'll be over soon.
On the return, it's Cook. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Play action here on 1st down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Receiver looks in. It's complete. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. Down inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short. Missed opportunity to build this lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This has been a demolition, a monumental beatdown. Time to just put the controller down and walk away.
it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. Defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Oh, just a costly turnover here for this offense. Last thing they wanted to see is put this ball on the ground, and really any chance of getting back into this game is lost.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And the route is on.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Bringing pressure. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game.
The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense. And the offense trots back out on the field again. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Gets made on the right side. Touchdown, Texas. And this one is getting ugly. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Go, take it to the house.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. And it's incomplete even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. Back to pass. It's Warren. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. To stretch the lead, the route is on. That's just been unstoppable today. The quarterback finds his favorite receiver for yet another touchdown.
And that is another touchdown for this guy. And what's been very unique is they've moved him around. He's the left, on the right, outside, inside. Also ability to get downfield and make a catch. You can catch it underneath. Just a total package, having a dream game.
Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Well, the defense wasn't able to keep these guys out of the end zone for that touchdown, but a good job of bouncing back with a short memory and making that stop and keeping that two-point conversion out.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. And the sophomore making an impact play.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Risky call here. Close to their own goal line. They're lucky they did not give up a safety in 2 points.
And this winds up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with his defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll boot it away from the 20. They get it down to the 39-yard line after an excellent return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. The pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Boy, that was beautiful. And this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. So this team is beginning to stack wins now against really high-quality opposition. You wonder what the ceiling for this group is.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is a football team right now that's playing with a lot of confidence. I like the way that they are progressing. We'll just have to see how far they can continue to progress and where it'll take them.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Herb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.